All right, with the slide.
Yeah. So your feed messed up. You gotta go out and come back in.
Okay.
She'll be back in a second, y'all. Let me handle a little business right here. Uh,
Better.
better. That's it. I gotta get our sharing on, and then we'll be good to go. How you feeling?
I feel good.
Hmm?
It's my Friday.
Today your Friday?
Or would this be considered Saturday?
Um, is it your first day of your weekend?
Yeah. So tonight would be Friday. I'm off tonight and tomorrow night. So this will be my Saturday and Sunday. This morning was Friday for me. Tonight will be Saturday.
Okay, however you want to say it. However you likes to say it. Okay.
I feel good. One of the inmates that I was telling y'all about that just terrorized everybody is gone.
Y'all got rid of him?
He got released. So first, he was supposed to be released 2 weeks ago, right? Go to court. I don't know what happened. Time served, whatever they give him. Boom. They forget he caught 2 more charges in jail. So they didn't get all his stuff because they ready to kick this mug out. Okay. Because he got HIV. He be throwing blood, piss, shit on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So he just be cutting up. So they like ready for him to go. Okay. Forgot he got charges from the jail. So they thinking he finna go after he go to court. They like, okay, time served, boom, let him out. Nope. Because he got 2 warrants from our jail. So now they couldn't get him back in front of a judge for another week. They like, we dropping them charges, right? So he could go. But we had to hold him another whole week. And of course, he cutting up. Now, after he go to court then, they like, hey, he like, I'm a free bitch, y'all. I'm free. Fugitive from justice out of 3 states.
So people got to come get him. So y'all got to hold him for the others.
Had to hold him.
But see, I told you how to deal with him early. I told you how to deal with him. You could have broke that down.
But he gone now because the other states was like, nope, we don't want him. In state only. We ain't coming there to get him. So
that was the most excitement all your week.
Only because I got assigned to that flow last night. And I'm like, hallelujah, he ain't there.
Hold on. You don't have Facebook anymore?
Yeah.
What's your Facebook name?
Nicole Hershey Applewhite.
It ain't coming up.
What you mean? Hershey, HERSHEE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was trying to share it on your page before we got too far, but
You can't find it.
no, you're nowhere in the list. Unless you not my friend no more. You be doing a little snake shit like
I
that.
don't do that.
Probably when you went in and unfriended your brother.
Really?
That's how you get down.
I
We don't
don't
do
do
the
that.
show. We don't do the show for 1 week, and now you ain't your brother's friend no more. It's all right. Yeah, we do things. No.
You for real?
Jessica.
It ain't coming up?
No, it didn't come up.
Even if you go to your friends list?
Well, I just went to my friend. It should come up how I share it all the time on here, but it's not coming up. I'll check it again later to see. But you're not coming up.
Maybe you unfriended me. Maybe you blocked me.
I probably did. You know me, I be blocking everybody, And I'm a blocking king, I don't even know how to block. Can you block people on Facebook?
Yeah.
You can?
Yeah.
I ain't know. I don't block nobody on nothing. I was talking to my friend earlier, and she was telling me about I should block people. I'm saying, like, when I'm done with them, I'm like, why would I block people? I'm like, I don't block nobody. What up, now? I just I told her, I say, me rather, I'm the type of person, because I'm super petty. So instead of blocking you, I'll delete you out of my phone, so that
Hey, brother.
when you call, I'll be looking at the number like, man, I know this number from somewhere, and answer it with the confused voice, like, hey. And so when they be like some, hey, how you doing? I'd be like, who is this? You ain't got my number? Why would I have your number? I mean, we don't fuck with each other, so why would I have your number? That's just, it would be fun to be. So, let me see. I'm checking you now before we get started. My week was good though. I don't think you even asked me. If you can about my week.
I hadn't got to it yet because you were still talking, B.
B.
Beyonce.
Oh, gotcha. Nah, it's good. Football started back this week, so I'm hyped.
It seemed a good start, good team.
Well, we doing training, and I got training that starts this Saturday, and then I got I'm coaching a flag football league. I don't really like flag football, but I'm coaching a flag football league. You're not on here, Nicole. Let me see. Oh, hold up. I'm gonna search you. Hold on. I'm doing a flag football league though, and with that, I can you spell your name Nikol on here?
No,
Can you
Nicole.
spell your name? Oh, bad.
Is that what you've been typing in all this time?
I have.
Found out you ain't on here.
I've been typing. Nah, but we got a flag football that it's going to allow us to reach more kids. So I'm gonna do that, and then I've been working all week. Actually, everything that work's been working out pretty well. There you go. Damn, got you. And so, good thing little Neil here. He can see this video that he said we.
Right,
Yeah,
I
she
use
used her
my name.
Yeah, she used her name. She ain't never used her name. You know what I'm saying? But with that, good thing he here. Well, in a minute, little Neil, we're gonna get into your video. Let you talk.
Yeah, because we need to discuss.
It gonna be short and sweet. It ain't gonna have to be nothing real long. It's gonna boop. You know what I'm saying? Real short and sweet once we get into it to get it going. So, but anything else you got going on, Nicole, before we get into it?
Nope. Egypt got prom coming up.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't know
Graduation.
my niece was a senior. I mean, I would have gave a junior. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that far off, but a senior. Jesus, so what's she gonna do next year?
She want to go to Howard.
Howard in what's that? DC, Washington, something like that. Did she apply? Oh,
Yeah, she probably
how
ain't
you
gonna know
going? How you gonna
nothing.
survive that if she get accepted to Howard?
Oh, we
I
gonna
mean,
move.
you moving to Washington?
Yeah,
What y'all gonna do with Tristan?
he coming too.
So my nephew got to come too. He ain't got no choice. And what about twin?
Who was twin?
I don't know her name.
His girlfriend, Bree.
Yeah,
She
Bree.
coming too.
Oh, whole crew just moving.
Her
So
birthday
they
Friday, so she's so excited.
who birthday Friday?
Bree.
Yeah, what you got planned?
We going to Papados, and then they
I've
going.
never been.
I went, the first time I went was probably a couple months ago with some coworkers. It was nice. I liked it. So, because she wanted to do hibachi, she was like, I want to get them to cook in front of me, but they hours are weird. You
My
know,
daughter talking about coming up here next month just so she can get some ramen. Y'all talked to her today. She's like, yeah, I'm finna go get some ramen. I'm like, man, ain't nobody finna go pay for no oodles and noodles. My little brother been trying to get me to go to Pho for the last 2 weeks. Talking about, you want
pho.
Pho? Yeah. It's this little spot they sell oodles and noodles or ramen. I'm not finna go to pay for nobody for no damn cup of noodles. Yeah, but they put vegetables and all that in it.
They do. They put vegetables in cup of noodles too.
I'm not gonna go to no damn restaurant and pay them for no oodles and noodles.
Who
I'll
he
eat them at
who
home.
he talking about? She treat my boy like an afterthought. Who?
She was talking about you,
I treat who like an afterthought?
Tristan.
No, I don't. Ask
He,
Egypt that. Egypt say with the quickness, he's your favorite.
not if you making him move because she want to go somewhere.
He what else he gonna do? He can't afford to live on his own.
because
So
he
come
won't
on.
because he won't stop smoking weed.
So come on.
So
Now I ain't moving into no Washington. I was just playing. The only
I
thing
told her
is like
you was going with her, Linnell. I told her that. You know what I'm saying? When she get here.
Egypt run. She is run. She is. But I ain't moving to no
Y'all know that word is supposed to be ruined, right?
yeah.
Okay. just making sure we know.
So that's my whole thing. Hey Shaka. Um,
Who want? I don't want no cup of ramen, no oodles and noodles. Who wants that?
I'll send you name of rice ramen. Rice? What you mean? Rice ramen? It got rice in it?
I
That's too merch.
Oh, too much. Okay, I thought you were trying to say merch, like they use the word merchant. I thought you tried to say that. So I'm like, hold on, now. You used that wrong.
So that's the thing with me. I like people always say when I say I'm looking to move now because it's like a wild west around here now. So like when I lived in Houston, right? The first apartments I lived in, I lived there for 5 years. When I first moved there, it was like, oh, I feel like I'm on vacation. It's palm trees and everything. The weather nice. And then it seemed like they just started letting anybody move in. And it was just going down, down, down. So then I moved into the townhomes. I was there for 5 years. That was nice. I never felt like, oh, it's getting bad. The townhouse was just kind of too small. So, and they didn't have any more bedrooms. They only had 2 bedrooms. So when I moved here, this is my second year in this place. The first year, so quiet. Everybody, recommended this area outside of Atlanta. Oh, it's nice. It's boom, boom, boom. It's been nice. But now it sounds like the Wild Wild West, probably within the last 2 days. I'm confusing it with fireworks. It's so much gunfire, like back and forth. And then Bree come home from work. It was so bad. I was like looking on my phone to see what Tristan was to be like, don't come home yet. She come in. Oh, something happened. It's taped off and the ambulance sped out of here with its lights on. That was the other night. And then last night I hear it again. And it's like, I gotta go. And I'm scared to buy. I don't know this state. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
buy a house and like the first year, oh, it's beautiful, it's nice. And then it started going downhill, you know?
I mean, I think you guys go about the areas, but the thing is with Atlanta, Atlanta's a melting pot. So there's not too much of people who are kind of homegrown there. It's almost like Houston starting to get now. It's people from kind of everywhere coming in, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people don't know how to they don't know how to coexist now. If they ain't really come up with you, then they don't really know how to get along with you. It's hard to meet people and just get along for a long time, especially with younger people. It's like it's too much of fighting and posturing to see who runs what and stuff. And I think you get a lot of that down in Atlanta. Even though there are a lot of parts of Atlanta that are good, you know what I'm saying? You got your art districts and stuff like that. But that's mostly downtown Atlanta. So maybe you should go and make that move to Washington. But shit, Washington just as bad though.
I don't know nothing about Washington.
Just as bad. And it ain't it's just as bad. So we can ask some people, figure out how it is, but excuse me 1 second. I almost fell. Someone's up
But it
underneath my
get
feet.
cold there too.
Hell's yeah, it's on the East Coast. They get hammered with what's some hurricanes and blizzards and everything. They get some of everything. I think the only thing they don't get is earthquakes. Come on back to Chicago. All we get is cold weather. The Wire was in Baltimore, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. But I'm sorry, we forgot to let y'all know Jamarcus started a new job, so his hours right now are a little hinky. So Nicole decided she just wanted to be us. She didn't need nobody else coming here and take her shine. So
Lies. Lies.
but we probably gonna we was going to talk relationship. I've been getting messages or videos most of the day talking about the first one. The first thing we're gonna look at. My little brother sent this video. Nicole got her opinion about it. We also let me see if I can get it to queue up here. Let's see here. Uh,
Okay, that makes sense.
And now I know.
Hold on, I'm gonna kick
So a
it
lot
up
of
so I
these
can bring it back.
I say it right now. You don't know how to. I used to grow up and want to be like you.
Huh?
I used to grow up and I wanted to be like you.
Okay, that makes sense.
And now I don't.
What you mean you don't want to be like me? Who you want to be like?
You're an awesome dad. You give me everything I want, but you don't know how to treat women. You're the only one in this family that their girlfriend don't appreciate them. You never wanted to hold your girlfriend's hand or walk with her or take her on a date. You always act like you're the head of the relationship. Moon know how to treat people. He took his girlfriend to Mexico just because. Moon know how to treat his girlfriend. Aries know how to treat his girlfriend. George know how, but you don't. You're the only person in this family that don't know how to treat a girl.
I don't know because I'm not sweet. Because I'm not sweet. You don't want to be like. You don't want to.
That's the whole point of getting a girlfriend.
why you cut it off?
That was the end of it.
No, it wasn't.
It loops to go back to the beginning,
He said that's the whole point of getting a girlfriend.
and it
Oh,
loops and
okay.
goes back to the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. See? So first thoughts when I saw it, I got it in a text. Me and my brother and my other cousins, we got a group text. My first thoughts when I saw it, I said, "Shorty sound retarded." That's what I think. Um, my brother and my cousin who were in the group, I think at first they took that as me saying that he was being disrespectful to the pops. My brother's thought process on the thing, it wasn't even about what the boy was saying. I think my brother's thought process on it was that it was a good conversation. I'm saying they had a good open dialogue about what the little boy thought and how the father received it. My whole thing on about it is just the boy didn't know what he was talking about. That's just how I felt. I just felt he didn't know what he was talking about. It makes sense to me. And one word he was saying that, oh, you're a great father. I want to be like you. You're a great father. You take care of me. You do everything you're supposed to do. But because you don't take your girl on random trips and because you act like you the head of the relationship, I don't want to be like you, which was asinine. But he sounded like he's 8 years old or 7 years old, so I just didn't think he knew what he was talking about. So Nicole want to date him, so I'm gonna let her go ahead and put her
So
bid in.
I'll say this. I deal with this all the time, like at the jail, right? It'd be like kids Tristan age. Be what that mean? I can show you, and I'd be like, little boy, bye. And when I see older women with young men, I'm not the one that be like, go ahead, girl. I'd be like, please. I wish Tristan would come home with a woman my age. No. This is the first time I looked at a little boy and I'm like, wait till he get 18. Cause he know how to treat a woman already.
Hold on. Look who talk about affection toward women.
Yeah. But let me finish. And that's what I was going to bring up. Cause I think, and I was just joking y'all about that. I ain't looking at the little boy like, ooh, just joking. Jokey joke. But I think the whole thing, he just missed the whole point. He's trying to be veiled, trying to be too literal, right? This is what I got from it. I got from the little boy saying, I used to want to be like you. Yeah, you're a great father. Yes, you're showing me a great example of a father. And I'm pretty sure he's going to take that with him. But as a man, period, he's watching him and he's watching everybody else. So it's not so much of, you don't go to Mexico. He said, you don't want to take her on dates. Because I'm pretty sure if his dad was taking her on dates, he ain't going to say, well, you ain't never took her to Mexico. He sees that you're not doing nothing. You don't want to hold her hand. All you want to do is act like you the head of the relationship. And to me, and this is just me, context clues. His father is probably just, where my food? Wash these dishes or whatever. Because so for him to feel like you just act like you the head of the relationship, he's probably bossing her or, being demanding of her, but while not treating her as if he even wants to be there. The little boy looking at this relationship and he don't even see, he feels like you're not treating her right. Not because you don't take her to Mexico. You don't even want to hold her hand. You don't even want to go on walks. You don't to go on dates. You don't do nothing but boss her. Just be the head of the relationship. That's it. Everybody else in this family, he's watching. He's just threw out a few little things. They went to Mexico for nothing, just because he sees them showing affection and sees them showing love towards their girl, and he's not seeing that with his father. And he like, I don't want to treat my woman like you treating a woman. Oh, that's why I said you cut it off, because he did say, if mom treated you, he said, if mom treated you rude, you would not want to be with her. That tells you, how's he talking to this woman in front of this baby? Because what he said was, because you cut the video off, if mom treated you rude, you wouldn't want to be with her. You wouldn't want to be with her. So his father is probably being complacent. He probably was in the beginning of the relationship in the honeymoon phases, but now he used to it. Who knows what they're going through in their relationship, and the son just noticing it. But based off what the son is seeing, this father needs to get it together, or this son finna snatch his woman.
Asinine.
What?
Asinine. See, I think the thing is, I'm looking at it in two different.
Carletta, you got to play it again for Carletta.
Carletta probably saw the video already. I don't know. She was here, right? Carletta, did you see the video we just played? Come on, I need you to answer as quickly as possible. So I agree. Moon, what you agreeing about?
See? Thank you.
What you agreeing about, Moon?
Thank
and
you.
How you doing, my brother? I ain't seen you forever. Nope, you didn't see it. Okay, now for all my people
and play the
here,
whole thing.
For all my people out here in radio land or TV land, we gonna play this video one more time for my sister Carletta because she didn't get to see it. So we gonna let Carletta rock with this again.
That's the whole point of getting a girlfriend.
Hold on.
So
I'm saying right now, you don't know how to. I used to grow up and want to be like you.
Huh?
I used to grow up and I wanted to be like you.
Okay. That makes sense.
And now I don't.
What you mean you don't want to be like me? Who you want to be like?
You're an awesome dad. You give me everything I want, but you don't know how to treat women. You're the only one in this family that their girlfriend don't appreciate them. You never want to hold your girlfriend's hand or walk with her or take her on a date. You always act like you're the head of the relationship. Moon know how to treat people. He took his girlfriend to Mexico just because. Moon know how to treat his girlfriend. Aries know how to treat his girlfriend. George know how. But you don't. You're the only person in this family that don't know how to treat a girl.
I don't know, because I'm not sweet. Because I'm not sweet, you don't want to be like, you don't want to.
That's the whole point of getting a girlfriend. Cause if my mama, she was always rude to you, you wouldn't even want to be with her, would you? I'm gonna say it right now.
see, there it was. See, that's the key. He doing something that he being rude to these women. That's why he say you being the head. He's a kid, so you could tell how he talking. I used to grow up and want to be like you. So, you got to kind of put his sentences together, but you know what he trying to say. So by him saying you act like you the head of this relationship, he probably don't understand nothing about the man that's over the woman, nothing like that, right? But he probably see her bossing her being rude. How you talking to him? Because he said, because if mom was rude to you, you wouldn't even want to be with her, would you? So obviously he's treating this woman a certain way. He don't see no kind of affection. You ain't taking her out. You ain't buying her no roses. You ain't holding no hands. But Moon know how to do it. He took his girl to Mexico for no reason. But it ain't about Mexico. It's about loving on your woman.
It's about the trip for no reason.
No, it's about loving
That's
on your woman.
He just equated that to it.
But he didn't say
he took it out for no reason, so that shows affection. He don't
but
know.
Still, when he named the other dudes, right? Such and such, such and such, such and such.
One of their guys' name is Moon.
Right. He was like, he did when he said such and such know how, such and such. He didn't say they took him on no trips, but obviously they're showing him examples of how to treat a woman and be happy and look like you love her and look like you want to be there.
He said, so because I'm not sweet.
See, that's how the father.
And the boy's answer was, that's the whole purpose of being with a woman is to be sweet. Basically.
No.
That's what his answer.
That's what his answer. That's you trying to be literal.
So what you want to do is you want to decipher everything that you liked about it, and say what that meant, and this is how he interpreted it.
He's a baby. You have to do that.
No. If you're going to interpret or decipher everything, you have to do everything. You can't. No, you're not. Because the part that I just threw out there, so the father's thing is saying, so you're saying because I'm not sweet means that, you know what I'm saying, you can be like, because that's sweet thing. So that's not my personality. I'm not sweet. And the boy's thing is, because you're not sweet, basically.
No. So basically,
he said it. That's the whole purpose of getting the girl.
Okay, right. He said that's the whole purpose. But for the little boy, being sweet is doing all of these things for your woman, not being affectionate. When he said the whole point is you don't want to hold hands. You don't want to go on dates. You ain't got to be sweet to go on dates. You could be the meanest asshole in the world, but you still gonna take your woman out on dates and still might give her a kiss goodbye. You might still tell her, I love you. So that don't mean you're a sweet person. You might be the toughest man and real stern and real military, but you still gonna show some type of affection.
Because the boy doesn't see it, that means the man is not doing it, is what we're saying.
But he's watching his father. He's watching
the boy
him.
Doesn't see it.
The father didn't deny
that the man doesn't do it.
He ain't deny it. He didn't say, but I do go take her on dates. He didn't deny it.
No, he didn't. But this thing is, though, because see, evidently, I'm assuming that the young man is not talking about his mama.
Right.
Because he used the word girlfriends first.
Right. And he said, if my mama treated you this way, you wouldn't want to be with him.
So I'm assuming that the young man is not talking about his own mother, and his father has a girlfriend or girlfriends, you know what I'm saying, that he goes through with. So there's no way for this little boy to see how he's treating all of these women or this one woman all the time if they're not there all together.
And so, but the point is, when you have children, regardless if you're there with them every single day, the time you do spend with them, he's watching you.
Okay.
So whoever these other two people are, I don't know who Moon is. He said you the only one in this family.
In this family, so I'm pretty sure.
So other men
talking
in
about
the family,
uncles, cousins,
So
brothers,
he's seeing.
whoever.
So the uncles might be beating their ass at home for all he know. But
True.
he's talking about what you're showing me.
True.
And what you're showing me, Dad, is that you don't know how to treat women. To me, it's coming off as if you mean.
Okay. So now, I don't want to make it seem like my conversation earlier was based on. My conversation earlier was that I don't think the little boy knows what he's talking about in there. Not to say that the things that you're assuming that he is trying to say are invalid. But I'm saying how that's brought up and how that case was presented. It's an asinine statement to me. They come and say, you're a great father. You're doing the things the man's supposed to do. But since you don't know how to treat women, I'm going to discredit everything else.
He didn't say you're doing the things that a man is supposed to do. He said you're doing the things as a father.
Is that not what a man's supposed to do?
He's doing the things that a father is supposed to do. Because as a man, that's not the only thing that you're supposed to do. So he's saying this aspect, you're great in this aspect. But in this, but in this aspect, you've fallen off.
Okay.
I'm watching you.
And I can understand that. It still is an asinine conversation.
How? So let me ask you this. So you got a son, right? And you're a great father.
Yeah.
But you're a womanizer. And that's what your son sees. That's okay? Because you're a great father. I ain't saying this man is a womanizer. I'm just giving an example. Let's just say you're an awesome father. And the son sees that. Oh, my father is the best father in the world. But he's a womanizer. That's what he sees. So that's okay. Just because he says, Dad, I don't want to be like you. Because what you showing me, I don't want to treat women like that. I don't want to grow up and be like you in that respect. Because you don't know how to treat women. You're a womanizer. You love on me. Yes, you're a great father, but you're a womanizer.
That's the issue. And what you just said works fine. That little boy couldn't have said that because of the fact he doesn't know what to put in there in that respect. So in his conversation, he diminished everything else because of this one thing. It wasn't, I don't want to be like you in this way because you don't want to treat women. It was, I used to want to be like you. You're a great dad, you this, you that, but you don't know how to treat women. So now I no longer want to be like you. Stop.
I was going to say I went to school with people like you.
But in your argument, in your example, guess what? And you gave the same example, but guess why you verbalized it? You said, "Hey man, you're a great father and all that there, but I don't want to be like you in this respect."
But I'm 44.
I just said the same thing. The little boy, I said the boy couldn't verbalize it in that way.
And that's why you got to help him.
We can agree to say his message. I'm saying his message is valid. The conversation, how it came out, was asinine because he's not old enough to articulate it in the correct way. And how it's coming out with people who are old enough to understand it. Nobody see what my issue is. You got to remember this. Sometimes we can't take ourselves out of a situation. You know what I'm saying? So my angst is coming from it as a father. You're saying to me, we are all whitewashing everything else that he does as a father to help raise him. And because he's not doing things that this one person, whether it be a boy or son or whatever, doesn't see as the correct way to treat women, he washed everything away. And
So let me
everybody
ask you
said
this.
nobody's giving. So nobody else is saying, okay, well, no, he good as a father. He just don't want to treat women like he treated. No, it's he don't want to be like him anymore. Period.
Let me ask you this. What if this little boy at this age
What's
knows?
your question about, Moon?
What if this little boy at his age knows that he don't like girls, right? Or I ain't gonna say knows that he don't like girls. Let's just say he knows he don't want children.
Keep that thought. Who dismisses the child? Who dismisses the child's feelings? Go ahead.
What if he feels like he don't want kids? Okay, he already know I don't want no kids, right?
Okay.
So yeah, you're a great father, but I'm looking at you as a man and how you're treating other people or other women. This is how you are as a person. Yeah, I'm your child, so you gonna love me because I'm yours. But I'm watching how you're treating other people. I don't want to be like that. So he's not diminishing. I'm giving you your props on how you treat me. I don't want kids. So I ain't gonna follow that because I don't want kids. But I'm watching how you treat people.
No, not how you treat people.
Or how you treat women. Maybe all he feels like, hey, I want a wife. I want to grow up and get girls. I don't want no kids, but I want girls. So I'm watching you on how I'm supposed to get girls and treat them. And that ain't it, daddy.
Okay.
You don't treat them right. You rude.
Okay.
That's all he's saying. You don't treat them right. And I'm just saying, and I know I'm reading a lot into it, but just based off what he's saying, even with him saying, if mom treated you rude, you would not want to be with her, would you? To me, that says that, and that's why he said you act like you're the head. He's rude. He probably barks at her, not like a dog.
You're reading into it. You can't read
I know
that.
I'm reading into it, but I'm just basing it using context clues based off the things that he's saying. He's saying you act like you want to be the head. And then he says, if mom was rude to you, you wouldn't want to be with her. So basically, you being rude.
I got a question. Hold on. Carletta, I'm going to ask this here to you directly. You don't find anything that was said from this little boy or how it was said, you don't find anything wrong or misleading or I won't say inappropriate because there was nothing inappropriate, but how it was delivered, you don't find anything wrong with how that was delivered? Yes or no? I don't want an explanation of it. I don't want you to explain why you thought it was this. Is yes or no? Did you find anything? No. I didn't ask what his age was or anything. See, that's we're giving concessions. I asked, do you find anything wrong about how it was delivered? I don't care if he was 8. I don't care if he was 38. That was my question. Simple as that. It's a yes or no question. It wasn't how old is the boy. It wasn't for an explanation about why the boy did this here. Yes or no? That's all I asked.
I got a question. What was Warren trying to say? What I can't understand that comment.
What did he say? Oh, he was sitting in his range, but does not age. Nothing weird. Just realized, bro. I have no idea. I'm sorry. You have to hear it again to see. So why would if you can't tell
really now
huh?
It's about 44. Damn.
Oh. Damn. Oh, you didn't age.
Thank you. I'll be 45 this year, honey.
Yeah, she will be. She'll be up there. So now, just to go back to Carletta, when I was saying astronaut, I'm saying it because of how it's received by everybody else, and that it's automatically, it was this kid spitting. You know what I'm saying? And we're still whitewashing the good that the man did. And I don't have a problem with the validity of what the little boy is trying to say. I don't have a problem with if we were taking it as him saying, I don't want to be like, I don't want to grow up and treat women the way that you treat women. I want to do something better. I have a problem with him saying, you're a great dad. You do everything you're supposed to do for us, and I no longer want to be like you. That's a totality statement based off of how I see you do this one part of your life. You're not good at this part of your life. You're not good at your relationships and how you handle women and things like that. You're not good at that. And so screw the good that you have. I have a problem with that, and that's asinine to me.
But I could see you having a problem with that if he was older. So by him being as young as he is, that would be the opportunity. But that would be.
Saying. I don't have a problem with the 8-year-old saying it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we have to give concession. I have a problem with the adults who are grabbing onto that, and you know what I'm saying, and not correcting it.
But see, it ain't us to correct. We're watching it. As the adults.
I'm not saying correct it to him. I'm saying correct it to us, how we're regurgitating it to other people.
What are you talking about?
That's what the conversation I've been having all day. That's why we even got to this.
But we ain't even talking
right
about
now,
nobody.
Right now, you're the only one, Nicole. You're the only one who put in there in this way.
Because that's how I saw it. I didn't see it as him saying, I heard him say, I don't want to not no more. I don't want to be like you no more. But I understand he's a child. So, and probably the father did too. And he's like, oh, so you don't want to be like that? But that was his opportunity.
But guess what? As a father?
But I'm saying, as a father, that was his opportunity to have a talk with him and say, hey, this is what it is, blah, blah, blah. Relationships are different. This might not be that serious. So we're just doing this. And, that was
and
his
I understand you
talk.
on that. And that's why when I was talking to your brother earlier, and he was trying to say that was a great conversation, I told him that wasn't a great conversation because it was no conversation. There was no correcting of what he, you know what I'm saying? There was no back and forth. The father allowed him to talk, which is okay, fine, that he do that there, but then there was no dialogue back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, I think that's a TV show. I'm not sure where it came from. I don't know if they just put clips out. I don't know. It's a clip that's put out. I just assumed it's a reality TV show, especially they throwing names of people out there, and I'm guessing it's people we're supposed to know. I don't know that part of it. And, for reality TV, you only get so much. They're going to let the little boy, you know what I'm saying, hit him with a couple jabs, and then they're going to cut off, and he's just supposed to take it and go to the room or whatever. But I think in that same sense, for us to say that this is a great conversation, there should have been a conversation. That's what I'm saying. What are we saying, Colin? What link would you like, my friend?
She finna put this on her page. What y'all think?
She said, please send link. What link am I sending, Miss Kelly? Let me know what's going on. Moon, you never told me where you been, bro. We ain't heard from you in a month of Sundays. And that's a long time. So with that, Shaka says, I thought you were saying the boy's words were asinine. I thought it was a bit hard. Yes, he articulated his thoughts as an 8-year-old. But that first part, father should have been talked about with the son and redirect his word. No, I was never saying that the little boy was asinine. I'm talking to how it's being received. Because, look, if that's what the little boy sees, I can't say.
I think you took it personally because you a father.
I didn't take it personally because I'm a father. I took it personally because, let me say that right. I did take it personally because I'm a father, you know what I'm saying? And so many times we can be misunderstood in that. And the thing is, how he started off by saying you're a great father, and then it washed the rest of it off to me after that.
But I think he said that to let him know, hey, I'm giving you your prop. You're a great father.
And I understand that. And it's good for them to have that talk, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, Pops is supposed to go back in and talk to him about that. My issue is everybody who's watching it not speaking to the fact that, okay, yeah, he's doing his job here and he's bad in this aspect of his life, you know what I'm saying? And that what needs to be fine-tuned. So to say, okay, he just don't want to treat women like he see his father treat them. He's going to be better at treating women than what his father is showing him.
And to me, because he's so young and I can see how he's articulating, he can't articulate how we would. I personally feel like even though you're going based off what he said, I personally feel like that's what he meant.
And if everybody out here in TV land, I am on the little boy side with that. I agree with the things he was saying. I'm not arguing him. I'm arguing how it's being received and regurgitated. That's my issue. Because too often, as a black man, you know what I'm saying, I'm always on our team, We get beat up on the things that we do not do, and especially, it's the thing out there. Black men ain't good fathers, or they don't raise their kids, and they run off on the kids, whatever. So him to start off and say, "Man, I wanted to grow up and be like you. You're a great father. You do this and do that and do that there, but I don't want to be like you no more because you don't know how to treat women."
Right. So we could go there, Shaka. Right. He smelled like, oh, he don't know how to treat women because he ain't take her to Mexico. Oh, he's a great father because he give him what he want.
But guess what? We can also take that and equate that to what he's saying as what would make the guy treat women right. He sees that as of what you give, materialistic thing. And that was what I said. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying why he is or is not a great father. That's what the little boy's word. The little boy used the words, "You're a great father." I didn't read
and that could be it.
I didn't decipher it.
And that could be it. You do for me, so that makes you great. You don't do for her, but everybody else do for their girlfriend. So you don't know how to treat women,
and that could be what he sees. You know what I'm saying? And that could be how he
could see his mama boy might got a boyfriend that do for her.
Yeah.
Or a husband or whatever,
So that is totally possible in there. So, hold on. I'm sorry. Carletta, I will send you the link. I got to get... Oh. I think she said she's driving. He's driving. I'm going to shoot it to you after we finish, Carletta. He said, hold hands. Be nice. And you know what's really irking me? I think, you know what pushed me over the edge with this, I think? Why you laughing? Because you know what it is?
Mm-mm.
You know what it is. Go ahead. Say what you think.
No, I don't.
Say what you think.
No, say it.
Say what you think. Come on.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
What pushed me over the edge with this is that Linnell is the one pushing this narrative about being nice to women. See, you wanted to say it.
I was a little shocked. I thought he was gonna be like, "F them bigs."
He talking about holding hands and taking them on trips and whatever. This is him pushing this narrative.
He got a girlfriend now or something?
Who?
Linnell. Did he meet somebody?
If he did, he's keeping it under the wraps.
You got you a girlfriend.
Don't nobody believe it, boy. Look, Linnell. Yes, the president of the He-Man Haters Club. I mean, the He-Man Woman Haters Club. He over here talking crazy. Like, this is what he do. Like, he go on trips and hold hands. Please.
Come on, when he has a girlfriend or a wife, he does spoil them.
Nah, he used to. That's over with. You know what I'm saying? That last wife spoiled that for everybody. Remember, he had the worst one. His words, not mine. I ain't said that. Him said that. There's video footage of it.
There's video footage.
Video footage. I don't want nobody coming back talking about I called somebody the worst one on that. So he rough on him. But so with this, I wanted to talk about the other video too. I can't remember my guy's name. He's not mean. He just put a lot of BS. I think put don't supposed to be in. I think he's just saying he's not mean. He just see a lot of BS. See past a lot of BS. Okay. The thing about you, I mean, and we can do a healing session real quick, is I don't think you mean. I don't think he hates women, bashing women. I think he has strong opinions, but your delivery is trash. And I think that's what it is. I mean, you get very, very, very emotional about whatever when you're talking about the subject of women. Because you can talk about the subject of other things and you get fiery about it, and it doesn't feel confrontational. When you get on the subject of women against men, every word you say feels confrontational. You feel like, I mean, listening to you talk feels like, am I gonna have to hit this nigga? You know what I'm saying? You and you don't even be talking about me. You know what I'm saying? It's just listening to you, boy. It'd be like, am I gonna have to fight here? Because boy, okay. Carletta thinks the meanest people are the most sensitive.
I mean, I'm really sensitive and I'm nice.
I was talking to somebody about you the other day. No, that was today. I was talking to my best friend, Paris, and we were talking about personality, and I was like, oh, we were talking about middle names because she got one too, like me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that. And we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, only certain people know my middle name. And I was like, they respect me enough where we just don't talk about it. I say, but don't get me wrong, all of them are ignorant as hell when it comes to it. Say, especially my sister. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might think Nicole, I'm gonna tell y'all now, y'all might think Nicole is just like this sweet, mature woman. Nicole ignorant. Nicole say some of the most reckless stuff in the world. Nicole be trying to
What?
front. Nicole be fronting like she just look, see that face there? Front. Nicole would say some ignorant stuff to your ass in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. She a telephone tough guy. I'm telling you that. Nicole be throwing shots and everything. And then you say something, she's like, why would you? What? See all that? Ignorant. Nicole ignorant. She had to be. She grew up in a house of ignorant people. You know?
So what Paris said about, because I'm always interested to know how I come off to people. Because we'll think we're a certain way and we'll think we're great. I'm the best friend to have and I'm a good this.
Well,
But
when I
other
told her
people
that,
see
she
you
said, I
differently.
can see it. She said, I can see it, but she your sister. You know what I'm saying? So, she didn't try to dispute it. She was like, I can see it. No, ignorant. And I don't mean, see, okay, we have to quantify this when we say it. Like, there are words that society deems inappropriate or just mean or something that we use endearingly. So, like, y'all guys, I mean, you'll hear me call somebody retarded or say something's retarded. And I don't mean that maliciously. It's just that they are extra silly or something like that. When I say that we are ignorant, it means that we are very silly, but we are mean to each other we're mean to each other in a fun way because we have thicker skin than most. So we can joke with each other in ways that other people would think that we're trying to be mean to each other. So when I say ignorant, it's not demeaning, it's not belittling, it's that it means that we have no problem pointing out a flaw and using that as a punchline between us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm worried about us stepping out in the street in a room full of strangers and then my sister just coming in there saying some wild, inappropriate shit. You know what I'm saying? Just for a laugh. It's when we are in the presence of us, who we all know how we do. That's how we relate to each other. It's not we're trying to be malicious. We're not trying to do that. It's just that's how we do. You're hilarious. Yeah. Okay. Linnell is the most ignorant out of us. I'll let y'all know that now. The most. Spell check won't let you. Oh. Retarded. That's the word. Spell check won't let you. And I have to probably find another way because my use of the word retarded is going to get somebody hurt. Because I say it unconsciously, just that's how I talk. And somebody always is offended in some point where they want to correct my speech.
People are so, do you know at work it's called MHMR, right? Mental health and mental retardation. Now that's offensive.
Yes. Retardation, the word retard is offensive. Yeah, nail one. He is. But you have to understand, okay, so for you who don't know, my brother here, Unapologetic War, he's a lifelong friend of ours. We grew up in the same area. That's he from the land. That's my brother. We call him Moon because he like midnight. I mean, he was one of the people who was as dark as me. So I was already 11:59, so he had to be something else we gave. He got the nickname Moon. He shines like the night with that. But growing up, Linnell, who was my younger brother, wasn't as coarse as he is now. But you have to remember, Moon, he got into boxing, MMA. He went to the Army, and he likes to fight. So he purposely is ignorant in the street. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, like he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all war people, y'all Army or military people. Moon was in the military too. He's crazy too. So he understands that part of it. With that, finishing up our relationships talk today. I think that other video is kind of long. If I play it, I want to play the whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing
I ain't
because
played the
I
whole
had
thing.
seen it before.
I
But
think I've seen parts of it before. Also, I'm gonna see if I can get it to queue up and play here because of the fact I I don't really agree with too much. Oh, I need to be over here. Hold on.
the dude is just too cocky. I just don't like him.
I Most of the time I've seen the gentleman before. I hardly ever agree with his thought process. I don't think. I think. Let me see if I can find it. Hold up.
I'm not getting out of the car to open your door or to meet you at the door or to ring your doorbell when you could just walk downstairs.
I'm gonna be on Rico with that. It's too much damn work.
I don't agree with it being too much work.
This is called red flags. I don't want my.
So first off, right there.
What, are you finna just be playing it, stopping and playing it again?
Nah, because I probably won't play no more of that shit. But you wanted some more of it? I can play.
I mean, because it was other things that they were saying about why. You know,
Just
basically, I could blow the
texting
horn, or I
shorties,
could
I am
text you.
outside and expecting her to come outside and stuff like that. But on the first date, bro, if she give you that address, ring that doorbell. What? No, ring the doorbell. Listen, I'm gonna teach my daughters just exactly this. If she gave the guy the address, now if you about to meet up with him, that's different. But if she gave the guy the address and he just texting you, he just texting you to come outside. You don't even say, and I'm gonna be. This is what I'm gonna teach him. You can say that I'm wrong. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna teach my daughters. Don't. He already started off wrong. I'm sorry. I'm good. He already crossed the line. What do you mean? You ring that doorbell, and for her to come outside. All this texting, yeah, I'm outside the whole 9 yards. Nah, he got to show some goddamn chivalry, something that has to happen.
That sounds poetic.
For real.
And I know that I understand that you're speaking in the sense that you have a daughter, so you want your daughter to be treated a certain way. And I 100% agree with you. However, I am not opening your door. You're getting 4 letters, HERE. That means I'm here. That means come outside. And that means when we go, like whatever our plans are, we're going to go do what our plans were set to do. I'm not getting out of the car to open your door or to meet you at the door or to ring your doorbell when you could just walk downstairs. Honestly, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I personally believe, and this is just my personal perception of me and my friends and all the females that we have dealt with collectively, chivalry is almost dead. It's on its last leg. So maybe I might hold the door open for you, yeah. But I'm not getting out of my car to ring your doorbell to tell you to come downstairs to get back in the car. That actually doesn't even make sense.
As a guy, I will admit, that doesn't stop you from getting a box when you don't do it. It's actually like the more disrespectful you are these days, the more that they give you the box easier, which is crazy to me. However, chivalry is not there when it comes to me, and I understand you saying this on the last leg because I still act appropriately even when I probably get people.
Okay.
He just cocky to me, and he think he cute, which and he ain't got to do all of that. And it's just based off other videos I've seen of him.
I think the little boy from the first video need to go talk to him. You know what I'm
Maybe
saying? Teach him how to treat a woman or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
because he just gives disrespectful.
I just think in this topic in itself, not to say about anything else he's ever talked about, because I've seen him talk about other things. Not to say anything else he's ever talked about or whatever. In this particular topic, it's probably going to be my word for the day, I guess. But I think his thought process was asinine. But that's just how I've always been like that, though. I've never been the guy who, if a girl walking down the street, I'm screaming at the street, "Hey, mom, come here," or whatever, or like I'm blowing my horn to see her. I was always been the guy. If I drive past, I'll park my car. I'm gonna get out gonna still speak to you before I get to you because I don't want to run up on you and scare the shit out of her. But you know what I'm saying. But my thought process is always to make that other connection. So if I was to pull up, I mean, I wouldn't blow my horn for you. I wouldn't send a text because guess what? I don't answer horns or text messages. Like you can't come to my house and you can't drive down the street and blow your horn at me and think I'm gonna turn around. You know what I'm saying? You can't pull up to my house and blow the horn and expect me to come outside. You send me a text saying I'm here. I'm not even looking at my phone. I might look at my, oh, okay, and keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna run outside and I wouldn't expect you to expect that. And it could be the fact that I have daughters. You know what I'm saying? Just like he explained to do. So I got a daughter, so I would want her to experience something better than that. Than a person. I would hope that she would at least demand a little more than a text message. I mean, to me, you can't even call. You can't pull up in front and call me and say, "Hey, I'm outside." What's the issue with making that couple steps to come and get me from my house or get my daughter from the house? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that they're not made to do that these days, and they can get away without doing some of those things, but that might be the right reason dating is where it is right now.
And I will say this because the video is so long, some of the women went on to agree and say basically they don't want the guy to go through meeting their parents. Like say if the father opens the door, I don't want them grilling. I don't want them to go through that. So Egypt went through that. Like she asked me, could she go out with this little boy? Okay, fine. She tells me as she's leaving, I'm leaving. And I'm like, he's here? Yeah, he's here. Did he came to the door? I missed him. No, he texted me. She didn't really want him coming to the door because guess what? She didn't want me talking to him.
I think that's the thing as parents, we got to kind of just let them know that they ain't really got no choice in that. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to, like my daughters.
Oh, I met him. I had met him already.
Right. I'm saying my daughters, I think I was my 22-year-old now. I think I can't remember when she first had a boyfriend, but I was the last person to find out. Like the mom knew at that time I was in a relationship. My significant other, she knew about it. Her brother, everybody knew but me. Everybody knew but me. And it was one of them, I didn't know because she understood or she knew that I wasn't going to be nice to him. You know what I'm saying? Not that I was going to go out my way to be mean, but I wasn't going to be nice. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I say, my job not to be nice to your boyfriend. It's not my job. I'm not supposed to be his friend. My job, let him know I'm your dad. I got your best interest in mind. And when he step out of line and do something that's absolutely wrong, he going to have to pay the consequences for it. That's what it is. I'm not supposed to ha and kiki and giggle all that with him. I mean, don't get me wrong. If he come over here and we have a good time, I'm not going to be laughing with everybody so he make a joke. Just, you know what I'm saying? But my job is not to, hey, son, how you doing? Come on in. Have a cup of coffee. Have this. No, that means, hey, what you doing? What's going on? Yes, I'm going to ask, what's your intentions? What are we thinking about doing? Where is this going? No. Exactly. My job is to be the penalty. There it is. When you got daughters as a father, that's what it is. And he has to know that. Going in, he got to know, okay, you got to put that on his mind. Going in, I'm not supposed to be his friend, but you also have to let people know that you're not alone here. So because people treat you a certain way when they feel you have nobody, when they feel you have nobody who cares. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, when a parent allows a child to just go out with a person if they've never met that person for a couple times, it kind of shows, okay, I don't really care. That person can go. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically acquiescing my child. My child is an adult now, and they can take care of their own things, and we're allowing that to happen. What did Carla say here? She says her grand-niece date came to the house, dirty from playing ball, and didn't have no money to take her to the movies. Her uncle, my nephew, put the boy out. He wasn't trying to take her to no movies. He's trying to make a movie. And
dirty and all.
To wash his ass. He definitely wasn't trying to take it to no movie though. Nah. Mm-mm. But I mean, it's hard enough dating as an adult trying to get back into the dating world, I think it's even tougher with the values that they have now as younger adults, because there is nothing that is required most of the time.
Right. And then when you have requirements, they looking at you like you crazy.
Yeah. You are judged a little harsh if you have any type of requirements for dating, and there's no excuse. I mean, I was gonna try to give an excuse for some of the guys, but there's no real excuse. When it's dating, you either ready to date or you're not. You're not. And most of the time, as younger people, we're not ready to date. Somebody's not. I'm not, and that doesn't mean you can't go out every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean you're dating. A lot of times, we're not ready to date. We don't do enough self-reflection or enough work on ourselves to actually be dating out here, especially when we're younger in life. We haven't even got anything going for ourselves or any thought process of what it is we're doing. And we a mess ourselves, and we bringing somebody else in on that mess and expect them to have their shit together, and we ain't got ours together with that. And then not knowing the process, because to me, and I'm not the end all say all, I'm not the one who makes the rules, but we don't know what we're doing when we pull up to a person's house to pick them up for a date, and we can't go to the door to walk them out. You know what I'm saying? Or we can't open the car door for them. Hell, I walk my clients to their car. If I got a female client, if they come out to check the job site when it's time for the leave, I walk them to their car and open their car door. That don't mean, you know what I'm saying, that I did too much. Carletta says she's a job. You either work it or quit. Uh-oh. Women are in a bad predicament. They give away their bargaining chip for free.
You know, I've been saying this for years, even before this generation was old enough to date. It was starting. And I'm like, it's too easy. It's too easy to get sex these days. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how I really feel about that, because the thing is, I always have the mindset of we make it seem as though, first off, we make it seem as if men are the only ones who want sex. And I think the thing is, we have to kind of come to the realization that both parties want sex in this situation at some point. Now, maybe men put a little more importance on it, I guess, or whatever. But then we also have to realize is we tend to try to make it seem like that's a woman's bargaining chip in what is going on. The man's bargaining chip is his money or his status or how he can provide, and the woman's bargaining chip is sex. When I think the issue with that is, I think the bargaining chip is really your personality. You know what I'm saying? Your character, what that person likes about you. I mean, you have to be able to, because sex is not what gets you into the relationship. Sex is not what keeps the person around.
I don't know. I gotta disagree. And it's just based off what I see, right? Yes, men and women want sex, right? But men act like they're more excited about getting it.
True, because we've been told that it's okay for us to chase after sex or hunt sex, and women are taught from they come that they try to teach women that they're not supposed to have sex, that they're not supposed to want sex. Not that they're not supposed to have it, but they're not supposed to want it. And it is okay for, if the man is chasing them to get it, for them to acquiesce about it. But in the beginning, but we covet it, or we want our women to stay pristine in our minds and our thoughts of them, that we teach them that they're not supposed to want sex.
But it's the same with money. Women be excited if her man got money, right? Men try to act like they don't care for women. I don't care about your degree. I don't care about your job. But they low-key want a woman. They want a woman that's on her stuff. Because you'll still find, oh, my wife this, or my girl, they'll brag on her, but they want that. But they don't act as excited as a woman acts when she got a man that got money. So there's that. You know what I mean?
It's the same reversal, because men are taught that they are supposed to be the ones.
Right. But my point is, even with you saying the relationship, there's plenty of times I see women and I wonder, I might say, yes, she pretty or whatever, but she got a funky attitude. She nasty. How he with her? How you sitting at this restaurant and she's just nasty to every woman that walk past? She rolling her eyes, but you with her. I never understood how men can be with women with nasty attitudes, but they are.
Yeah, but that's to show off. Dating is a challenge. More and more, 2 words, rechargeable batteries. Sexual risk is not equal. What do you mean, Carletta? She also said sex is more available to women than men, so the value of it's different for each gender. That's true. The value of it is different for each gender, but I think it's because of how it's, how it's taught to them coming up. I think that's where the value it changes for them. And women want commitment in sex. Commitment isn't required for men. Prostitution proves this. I totally agree. But that is because of the fact that biological, biophysically, or however you want to say it, women are more connected to sex. You know what I'm saying? Like women have to, most women, and sometimes it doesn't hold true, but for the most part, women have to feel something for the person they're having sex with. They have to like you at some point and in some way, and men do not have to care about you.
And I do not understand that. How can you be aroused by something you're not attracted to?
Because we're not aroused by the person. We're aroused by the act. Once you begin to like the person and, you know what I'm saying, and have feeling for the person, now I'm aroused by the person. We're aroused by the act, and we are aroused physically by what we see. So like if you come in and you stacked from, you know what I'm saying, from neck down, we don't care what's going on up top. We don't care. Now you do have some guys who certain things will affect that. You know what I'm saying? I've known of guys who've been butt naked in rooms with girls, and she go to talking and her conversation just ends it before anything can happen. I've heard that happen. I'm not one of those guys, but I've heard it. Women are at higher risks for STD based on anatomy. I don't know if I agree with that.
But we are.
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, okay, put it like this, because I think what it is there are STDs that don't affect equally men and women.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We both are at the risk to catch the STD, but I think there are STDs that a man can have and don't do a damn thing to him, and he don't do nothing but go around and just spread it in other people. You know what I'm saying? Like that there. So, but I don't think it's the thing to say that women are at a higher risk.
I mean, women can get, STIs, bacterial infections through sex and stuff like that. Men ain't getting that.
Yeah, men do. I don't know about STI, but they get bacterial infections. Men get, and the thing, like I said, men get yeast infections, but it affects him in no way. He doesn't know he has it. There's no symptoms, but he can pass it along to women. That's where trichomonas comes from.
But if a man is having various sex partners and might not even have anything, but just because he has various sex partners and he has sex with this one woman, she can, get an infection.
This is true. It's a pH thing. He can just throw a pH balance off something. Your brother said if you load that clown car with a lot of people, the risk is higher. But I think that's also holding women to a higher standard than men also. To say that, you know what I'm saying, she can't load her clown car up with a lot of people, but you know what I'm saying, you could take the whole south side of Chicago on that bull ride, there is an imbalance in how we look at that. So with that, commitment is a form of security. Women want to be provided and protected. This is true. That's what we were talking about earlier. There is a total truth to that. Women do want to be provided. They want to know that they can be protected, that they can be provided for. And then once you show that, they're willing to do some other thing. Exactly. So the women are at a higher risk. I still don't agree with what you're saying, Carla. They're not at a higher risk. There are just things that affect them differently. I mean, are you saying a higher risk for harmful things or a higher risk?
You can Google it. You still won't agree with it, even if you Google it and it tell you women are at a higher risk. You still gonna say I don't agree with that?
that women hire. I'm asking if she talking about contraction or she talking about how it affects them. I'm disagreeing to say that they're at a higher risk for contraction.
I still think so because Black women has the highest percentage of HIV. How is that? Who we getting it from?
Where they get it from?
That's what I'm saying. Well,
I'm
how are we
asking
getting it?
Where do you think they get it from?
Hey,
You think they get it from their dildos?
I don't know, but how do more women have it than men?
Maybe because they're sleeping with the same man. It has to come from a man, right? Women can't get HIV from women.
And maybe that is because men sleep around. So women are at a higher risk of getting it because men having multiple partners. And it's okay for y'all to have multiple partners. So I'm more at risk to go out here and have unprotected sex than probably you.
I doubt that. Okay, we're gonna Google it. You're saying that women are at a higher risk to contract a STD than men, correct?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, we finna see higher risk to contract a STD than men. It says women are biologically more vulnerable to STDs than men are. Women are more susceptible to STDs during sexual intercourse because the vaginal surface is larger and more vulnerable to sexual secretion than the primary skin covered penis. But the penis ain't skin is cut back. You know, they talking about them guys who still got the flap jacket. I don't got the flap jacket. Nah, I ain't got a
See,
turtleneck.
bam. See, y'all got that skin.
I don't have it. I don't got that turtleneck. And it says this is really between the ages of 15 and 24.
Oh, so I ain't got to worry, huh?
You ain't got to worry. You good. You good. Are men more lax when wearing condoms? I think it's gonna look like I'm pointing my finger, but you know what I hear a lot about when I'm out in the street. You know, this is the thing. My daughter told me I talk to too many people. She said I talk too much because I'll talk to anybody, and I guess I'm very easy to talk to. So I have some really different conversations with people. Like people are normally when we street talking, people just talk to me, tell me things. I hear a lot of women telling me, "Oh, I'm allergic to latex." I hear that a lot, and then I'll say, "Well, you know they make lambskin condoms." Oh, I didn't know that. Then, well, he gonna have to go do something because I'm allergic to latex. I hear that. I can't tell you how many times a day in conversation.
I mean, some people are allergic to latex.
This is true,
but I don't know if I believe everybody. I think women don't like condoms, which I don't understand because to me personally, it feels the same. I don't feel like, oh, I can't feel nothing like men might say.
It feels different with guys. It does feel different as a guy. I mean, some things you get used to. I mean, if you're in a long-term relationship and you have not been using protection and you break up and have to use protection, it's a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? It can hinder you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You have to kind of get back into the swing, but that turn was a line of defense. You feel cheated? What do you mean, Little Nail? It does change it. What changes your PA? Yeah. There are a lot of things that affect women sexually when it comes to sex with guys. I mean, you guys do have a tough time of it. We're not gonna act like we equally yoked in that. You know what I'm saying? There is too much that can happen with you guys with everything. Yeah. pH balance go off, yeast infections, the guy just not washing his balls for something else. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that can happen with you women. And I truly feel sorry for you guys, but life ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? We already know that. You know what I'm saying? That's all we can say. with that. Latex condoms can turn your pH off. I mean, people, y'all gonna have to invest in lambskin then to do something.
Oh,
Abortions
y'all
are no
gonna have
longer
to
legal.
invest, huh?
I'm celibate. Anybody want to buy a bit? Nobody. Okay.
Buy a bit.
Hmm.
Buy a bit
Yes,
of what?
you'll get it a little later.
I want to say I heard this before, but I ain't clicking right now.
What did I say I am?
Oh, I get
Pick
it.
better partners. How can you do that, Lanier?
I hate when men tell women that. Oh, your
Pick better
baby daddy
partners.
don't pay child support. You picked them. It's
Yeah.
like you act like I went out in the jungle and said, "Oh, he ain't gonna take care of kids." Obviously he was a damn wolf in sheep's clothing.
Oh Lord. Carletta talking about black women dying during childbirth due to racism in the medical industry. Y'all need to get y'all a doula. Who you amen, Shaka? And we ain't talking about y'all. Okay. We were trying to do. Most women aren't taught what to choose. I think.
We see and
Now I think this goes to the first video what Moon just said. It goes to the video about what the little boy saw and how he reacted to what he saw. And I think so I put it like this, say like if he was a little girl and saw his father treating women like that, then that does kind of
show her this is how I'm supposed
add
to be.
how she chooses some people, what she will allow to come across, you know what I'm saying, or she will allow to come into her space. And that will add to her decisions on who she's making. I mean, who she's allowing to come into her space like that. But Nicole, like we go out in the jungle to pick that men that are going to be bad partners or parents.
Right. Yeah, that's what I said. Like we go in the jungle and say, look at him. You know where I got that from? You know where I got that from? It's like we go in the jungle and pick out. So you remember that stand-up comedy with Tommy Davidson? And he looked out in the audience and was talking about the girl, the black girl that's with the white dude. It was like, he looked like Pee Wee Herman. You done went in the jungle and picked out Pee Wee.
But that's your brother said, but that's how you pick them. It's not, okay, we got to stop assigning blame on it. I think the issue is the conversations that we don't have in the beginning part of the relationship, because we are so enamored with a person and we say we like them so much that we don't have any real conversation about.
Oh, for the record, I don't have any deadbeats. So he's talking about that's how you pick them. I don't have no issues.
I don't think he meant you.
Oh,
I think he was meaning you and the Imperial.
Generally speaking.
Yeah, in that I'm saying. But we also have to realize that women don't really. Women
just like
really
the dude ain't looking for no baby mama. Most of the time it just happened. Ain't nobody looking at no dude like thinking about it, will he be a great parent? Because you ain't thinking about being no parent with him.
Most of the time you're not. Most of the time you're not. There are times where it is planned, but for the most part it's not. Most time is, hey, we finna have a baby, and it's like, oh great, yeah.
And what upset? What I ain't gonna say what kind of irks me a little bit is after it happens, right? People want to say, well, they want to talk about how, oh, he wasn't good enough to be a father. Nobody looks at somebody, and when you're initially attracted to somebody and you're just thinking right then, will he be a good father? Because nobody's thinking about marriage and all of that at that point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I'm not. When I first meet somebody,
totally agree with you on that.
when I first meet somebody, unless I start liking them, like Egypt's dad, right? He had kids and he was a great father. So that was one thing I liked about him. But when we first met, I wonder would he be a good father? Because I wasn't trying to have no more kids.
If you sleeping without a purpose, you get what you get. What?
So basically he's saying if you sleeping around or you know, just around here freaking, you wind up getting pregnant, you gonna get what you get. Whatever type of dude he is or whatever type of woman she is.
And Carletta amen in that shit. Here like that boy spitting. What the fuck? He ain't say nothing profound. Don't do that. If you sleeping without a purpose. The purpose is to get a nut.
But there's always a purpose.
There's always a purpose. Always a purpose, man. Come on, boy. He been on the road today. I'm gonna have to see what's going on with your little brother. He been in touch with his feminine side today. Damn, we ain't had no flared nostrils or nothing. He been all on your side. Whatever you say, Nicole. What you talked to your young brother earlier? Paul Mello never failed you. Yeah, but you can't cuddle with Paul Mello. So.
What you mean? No one ever asks for advice on how to keep it together. People always ask couples that's been together, how do y'all stay together too long? How do you keep it spicy? Well, at least I see people ask that all the time.
I had an old married guy tell me how to stay married. He was married. I think he said he was married for like 50-some years. And he tried to give me advice on how to stay in a relationship and keep it. I ain't take it, but but his advice was to have one affair a year.
I've heard that before.
But he made sure he said, I said to have an affair too. I didn't say go get you another family, go get you a side woman, and none of that. I said have you one affair a year.
So just random people. It's always somebody different. You just can't have a go-to person.
You have a go-to person, and you got a whole nother relationship. And relationship comes with responsibility.
How do that mean a whole nother relationship? I ain't got no man. I ain't had no man in a while. I got a go-to person.
When last time you went to?
2 years ago.
You ain't got no go-to person.
So this go-to person is in another state. So if I go to that state, that's my go-to person.
You ain't got no go-to person.
What you mean?
You got no go-to person. You got a person who whenever.
So I just got hoes in different area codes. So when I go to that area code.
Okay, my bad, Pepper. My bad. But if you have a person who is your regular, somebody's gonna get feelings at one point.
But I ain't saying regular. He said once a year.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's just once a year.
Yeah, it would be hard for you as the guy to have a person who you sleep with once a year. And when you get married, because guess what? She gonna tell somebody she gonna have a girlfriend or something who gonna tell her how stupid she is or whatever. People gonna start telling her what she can and can't do. She gonna get some other guy who gonna be her. And most women will cheat with you on your woman. But when they get in a relationship, they cut your head. I'm not gonna cheat on my man. Said, I'll let you cheat on your woman with me, but I'm not gonna cheat on my man. I got a man. I'm good. So you can't come over here no more. I'm in a relationship.
So is it that easy to just, so if you're having an affair every year, is that easy to just go find anybody? Is that easy?
With how sex is right now? Yeah.
I mean, maybe because I don't think it's that easy, but maybe now, because I am picky.
You know what's the big thing now?
I'm just picky.
Sex workers are really big now.
Because I don't think it's easy to find somebody.
For a guy, it is because guys buying it. They're paying for it. Yeah.
Go to Vegas.
Is that what you got to do? Got to get me a go-to. Yes, you got to get a go-to person. What, you don't think she needs a go-to person? Do she
I
need
don't
one
have
out
an
of state?
opinion on it. Huh?
Does she need one out of state?
I don't have an opinion on that.
You don't have an opinion on that. She's asking you a question.
Huh?
I think the answer is yes, Shaka. You need a go-to person. Yes. It's hard for women. Why should a man commit for something he can get for free? Come on, Moon. Don't do that.
What? He like Ixnay.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. And it's not for free. It's not, well, okay. I think if a guy has invested in the time that she deems is enough time for her and shown the adequate amount of interest that she would have liked, the getting it for free term needs to be kind of thrown away, because it's not like he just walks in the door, say, hey, how you doing, drop them drawers, and we just met. You know what I'm saying? Most women require at least some time to be invested in, some conversation to be there, a way that they need to be made feel before that can even happen. Because as we already stated, most women have to have a connection beyond physical in order for them to even have sex with this person. So to say that he's getting it for free is not an adequate statement, because I mean, there is something being invested. Now, it might not be monetary, it might not be a ring or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but it's whatever she required at that time for him to get to that point. Because mind you, she wants it also. So now, if her end game is a relationship with this person, then that means that they need to have a different type of conversation. Maybe they need to set some boundaries, some ground rules, and things of that nature. If her end game is relationship, but if we're going to we can't keep throwing out there that he's getting it for free, like he's the first, or like he's the only one being satisfied in this situation. Because
Most of the time he is.
I was gonna say, not every guy's making sure she gets to the finish line, but she has to also be understanding in that situation. We'll have the sex talk later about how she needs to make sure that she gets herself off. But we're putting too much onus on it, whereas like the man is just getting it for free. Well, say men in general cannot get it as frequently as women can. It's going to cost sometimes time or money. I agree, Carletta. Unless you just really horny, then it's, hey, okay, let's talk. Drop them draws. Huh? Veil. A lot of women just require attention. I see it daily, paying attention. That's fine. But if that's their requirement and they're getting that, he's not getting it for free. He's paying what is required, or he's giving what is required. That's what I'm saying. So, but with us, with the phrase of saying he's getting it for free, or he's giving what it is that she's learning or yearning for, or he's giving what she's requiring to get to that point. I'm saying, now, like I say, if her end game is a relationship with that person, then there's a different conversation that they need to have. But I just don't like us to keep saying he's getting it for free, and it's putting too much onus on the man in this situation, you know what I'm saying, and not enough onus on both adults. Now, it's a different conversation when they're younger people, like when teenagers, especially younger girls, it's a totally different conversation, because it's harder for younger girls because of the fact all the guys have become whoremongers at shit 10 or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and then I think it's just more confusing for younger girls, especially who haven't come into their own, or haven't gotten to the point where they accept who they are, or things of that nature. So with that, with the conversation about them not even supposed to be wanting to have sex, which makes it a taboo, which makes them probably more interested in it then. And then with the fact that whatever young man that she just thinks is cute, and all she want to do is hold his hand and hang out with him, you know what I'm saying, and maybe kiss him and stuff like that. And he's at that point kind of driving the situation more, because guess what? If you ain't gonna give it to me, then I'm just gonna stop hanging out with you. So it's a little rougher for younger girls. But I think at the adult age, this is a fair exchange of what's going on.
Men don't value their bodies as much.
Some men don't. Who said that? What he said that? Oh,
Your
your brother. It's an even exchange. The men just don't value their body as much. True. I can't speak for other women. What she said. I can't speak for other women. I might want it, but I need to know if I can trust that he isn't crazy or if there are any hidden consequences to sleeping with a guy I'm attracted to. I mean, but the same thing can be said for women from a guy. You know, we want to know that she's not crazy. But we don't want to know. We don't want to know that after we done got it though. We blinded, you know what I'm saying, by some of the things, you know what I'm saying. Horniness is a drug. Sex is a drug. And
Well, I don't remember. It's been so long. I'm studying.
You went to rehab. You know what I'm saying? So you okay. You know what I'm saying? You got that monkey off your back. Everybody's, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's not that fortunate. And, you know, if you are introduced to sex in the wrong way, it can become addictive. You know what I'm saying? And once you become addicted to it, you are disrespectful of it and how you treat people when it comes to sex and how you go about getting it. Some come with psych evaluations and STD tests. Okay. What the hell about, Warren?
What?
No, I was reading some of the other comments up top. He didn't say what the hell. I'm thinking he hitting you with the damn. You said it was 2 years.
I'm saying, and then it was 2 years before that time.
See, you could be somebody's once a year. What am I trying to say?
Go say sis.
Affair. You could be somebody's once a year affair.
I'm not going to hell for
nobody. You wouldn't care. You say, come on over, drop it off, keep on going. Just drop it off in the drawers, keep on moving. Don't talk to me no more. You know what I'm saying? Call me in January. We'll figure out what day throughout this year we go hook up. Put it on my calendar. Hopefully, what's it called? Aunt who? What's they call? What y'all call y'all auntie? They come once a month.
Oh,
Aunt Flo or something.
Mary.
Like that. Yeah, Aunt Mary. Whatever. We hope that she don't come on that week, and then we good. As I get older, the hassle is getting a bit much, especially if the nut isn't guaranteed, not worth it. Let's be friends. That's never a problem guys have. So I feel for you ladies again. We will have maybe we'll get a sex therapist on and we'll have a conversation about that. If you guys aren't too shy for it. I think I got a couple sex therapists on my page or something like that.
Actually, it's about to be 3 years.
You just counted it up.
Mm-hmm.
I was counting
what year this was. This a whole nother year.
You need to take a trip out of town?
I'm straight. I'm straight. What?
Okay, we could get up out of here. I don't need the rest of this conversation. So I'm talking about getting revved up and all this. Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true that we finna go. We appreciate y'all coming out as always. Moon, man, I'm glad you checked in, bro.
Right. How old was I? Did we meet him when we first moved around there?
Yeah, we had been there maybe about a couple months.
So I was like 9 years old.
Yeah.
When we moved around there. And I'm 44. That's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's he moved around, so I don't want to give his information out, but he's not in the Chicago area anymore though. But he of course, he's married, a couple kids and everything. He's doing real good. So check back in with us always, brother. We love you. We love all of you guys.
Damn. Shut.
We love all you guys. next week we're back. Time's up. We have been having conversations about the format of the show going on. So we might be going, just because of time constraints with people. Nicole has a different shift now, and what they usually mandate her hours. Was like, even if it's her off day, she doesn't get off. So sometimes
I stayed today, but somebody came in, one of my homies, she from Chicago too. She came to work early and they let me go. Mm-hmm.
So with her time, Jamarcus starting a new job. His hours kind of crazy. We are looking at maybe just doing recorded shows for a couple weeks, doing one live show a month. Of course, we'll put it out what day the live show is. It might get a little better with the live show. By that time, hopefully the in studio will be ready. We can probably get you guys to come in and check it out. But we're thinking of, just so we can make sure that we get everybody back in for you guys, that we're going to start doing some recorded shows for most of the weekly shows, and then we drop down to one live show, either one live show a month or one live show every 2 months. We still haven't just figured that part out just yet, but we're working on everybody's schedule. I'm one of the ones who I'm more so in control of my schedule than everybody else is. So
what he's saying, how y'all do what he work from home? I mean, I work from home. I got 2 jobs. I work in the jail and I work from home.
I don't work from home, but I'm in control of my schedule. So I just make sure I'm available. For the show. Call it the brunch club. Nah, I'm cool on that one. But with that,
the brunch club.
We'll get up out of here. Like I say, thank y'all all for coming out and talking to us. As always, we love the conversation. We love the back and forth. We love everything you guys got to say and your opinions. Catch it on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Like, share, hit the notification. Is there anything that you want to hear us talk about? Shoot us a message. You can hit us on. You can email it to us at the Opinionated Podcast at Gmail. You can put it in our Messenger. You can send us a message here. You can send us a message on Facebook. Anything that you think that you would like for us to do, like for us to see, like for us to go, just let us know how you want the direction of the show to go. We'll work at it. We might not listen to everything you got to say, but we'll listen to something. And with that, anything you need to tell me, Nicole?
No, peace. Love y'all.
Later.